Hey RATBAGGERS, it's Jade kicking off a new series taking a look at the legendary weapons in Core Keeper. Today, an old classic, Rune Song. This is a really tough weapon to get, but oh so powerful. There's three major components you need to collect: a broken handle, clear gem, as well as a chipped blade. Starting with the broken handle, you've got a chance of finding it in locked scarlet chests, ancient crates, and even just regular ancient chests, but it's really tiny, less than 1% or about that. There is one scene, i.e. a large maze, that is guaranteed to have in the middle of it, but it does also drop from a couple of bosses, Asios and the Hive Mother. The Asios is going to give you a better chance, around 12% of it actually dropping, and slightly less, around 7% chance of dropping from the Hive Mother. Best thing about it is you can go ahead and use it as a standard weapon as well. It's pretty good at the level that you'll find it. You can even go ahead and add more durability to it as well as upgrade it. But be warned, once you make the full sword, I do believe it loses all its previous upgrades. So you definitely want to get a hold of a new one if you have decided to upgrade this. Next up, we've got the clear gemstone, which can be found in a medium maze and only a medium maze. There should be 3 of these that spawn in any world, and you've got a chance of finding it either in the Asios biome or the Forgotten Ruins. The broken sword, it's worth mentioning, you should only find the large mazes in the Forgotten Ruins. So it may take some time to go and find these, but these are definitely the 2 easiest items out of the 3. With the medium maze, it is a bit more tighter corridors, you'll have to dig through certain places, and you may have to bring some bridges to get across any water. Inside the green chest, you should find exactly the same items. But hands down, the toughest thing to find out of the 3 is absolutely the chip blade. It can only be found inside a special glow tulip temple in the Asios wilderness. Again, up to 3 of these are meant to be able to spawn, but they're really tough to find because they're so small compared to the mazes, and the Asios wilderness is usually a bit more denser. You simply will find a big black spot and the doorway, and you have to open a tulip or have a tulip right in front of it to open the door. So you might have to do grid searching, like basically strip mining, to find it in the Asios. So I've just made that sound super easy, but really it isn't. I never found all the parts in my original playthrough. I was missing the clear gemstone, but did find it on my second, and I ain't gonna lie, I went back to my original because I remembered I did come across this tulip temple and I was able to pick up the clear gemstone. So why isn't there any guides that simply have a map seed and then the locations marked? Well, the way that it's generated, I do believe, is a bit different. Yes, seeds will be the same, so you should find boss locations in exactly the same spot if you go ahead and use the same seed, but these apparently generate in and around you as you start exploring each zone. But yeah, I haven't come across any other concrete info whether or not this is fully true, so I'm going to test it out a bit more. But we're not done yet. You do then have to spend 2,000 coins at the merchant to buy the rune parchment, and this is how you're going to craft it. You also need 10 ancient gemstones and 50 iron. Have the parchment in your hand and then go ahead and use the use button and it should start crafting it. So is it any good? Well, it will be a level 13 item, 234 to 284 physical damage, obviously melee, 2.5 attacks per second, 62 max health, 3 life on melee hit. The best thing about it, of course, is the 15% chance on hit to kill any target that has lower health than you. So how high can you get its stats if you go and upgrade? Well, you certainly won't be able to reinforce it, as it doesn't work, as it's also got absolutely no durability, so you won't have to worry about it ever breaking. Go through the usual elements to go ahead and upgrade it, and you can get up to obviously level 19 and huge damage. 333 to 407 physical melee damage, 2.5 attacks per second, that's quite fast. You increase the maximum health to 90 and you gain an additional 2 life on melee hits. It doesn't change the percentage though to kill enemies. So have this with a great critical hit build and you're certainly doing a lot of damage very fast and rapid, but I would say it's probably not something to panic or focus on too much. If you're lucky enough to come across all 3 pieces early in your game, brilliant. It will be a fantastic weapon to go ahead and use. But as I'm demonstrating here, it's pretty similar to what you find with the Urchlin axe that you can get at the very end of the game. But in terms of upgrading it to get to that level, that's a lot of resources, a lot of your precious gems you'll have to use, like Emerald, Sapphire and Ruby. And it relies on you having a really tanky health build. And with only that 15% chance of it actually triggering to kill an enemy once it gets just below your health, you'll be doing that kind of damage with 2 or 3 hits anyway with a late game weapon like this. For sure though, the ability to not break and have to use vital resources is pretty cool, But otherwise, yeah, a nice addition if you do find it early on and you do want to spend some time trying to find it in the Aesios Wilderness and the Forgotten Ruins. But otherwise, don't panic too much if you miss out. I'm going to be taking a look at every legendary weapon I can to show you even more, so let me know what one you want more help and tips with, and I'll see you right back soon.